Ülkeler Oturumu için ben ilk olarak moderatörümüz ve Türkiye Turizm, Tanıtım ve Geliştirme Ajansı M.I.C.E Direktörü Sayın Esra Güler'i sahneye davet etmek istiyorum. Hoş geldiniz efendim. Alkışlamaktan çekinmeyin. Hadi bir enerjiyi alalım mı? Yarım kalmasın. Harikasınız. Ayrıca bu oturumun sonunda Türkiye Turizm, Tanıtım ve Geliştirme Ajansı Genel Müdür Yardımcısı Sayın Elif Balcı Füsunoğlu'nun da sunumu olacağını şimdiden hatırlatmak isterim. Ve yurt dışından gelen çok değerli misafirlerimiz var. I would like to present our dear guests, Kazan Tourism Board Director Darya Sannikova. We're welcome with your applauses. Thank you. Welcome. And also we have Serbia Tourism Board CEO at National Tourism Organization of Serbia, Marıja Labovic. We're welcome. And we have Cape Town Tourism Board member Leanne Singer with us. We're welcome. Firstly, we would like to say welcome again. It's our privilege to have you here. Thank you for your contribution. Ve Esra Hanım, ben sözü size bırakıyorum. Çeviri ihtiyacı olanlar için kulaklıklarımızın hazır olduğunu bir kere daha belirtelim. Teşekkürler.
Çok teşekkürler. Hello and welcome again to Istanbul and the Istanbul Tourism Fair. Thank you very much for attending the session of countries. The country session is a really broad topic when you look at it, first of all. We have really prestigious and important countries attending today from different areas, from different kind of perspectives and regions, and I'm already excited to have the information what you are doing in your countries as tourism boards. My name is Esra, Güler. I'm M.I.C.E Director for the Türkiye Tourism Promotion Agency, TGA. So it's always good to be in cooperation with our international partners, and it's great that you are here in Istanbul and sharing how your journey in country promotion and tourism is going. And we are starting, first of all, with Darya Sannikova from the Kazan Tourism Board and listen to a short presentation and what they are doing in terms of tourism.
Thank you for ability and possibility to be here. Thank you, organizers, for this exhibition. So it's nice to be in Istanbul, in such beautiful city, and I would like to present our beautiful city, the city of Kazan. Dear colleagues, I'm glad to welcome you on behalf of the Kazan municipality. Merhaba sayın katılımcılar ve misafirler. Kazan is a city with eastern,
When you hear on the...
Okay, thank you. A city with eastern soul, built according to the best Western technologies for many centuries, being on the border of East and West. The transport network of the city is also a high level. Kazan has a large international airport named after the great Tatar poet Gabdullah Tokay. It operates direct flights to different international and Russian directions, and we have direct flight to Istanbul from Kazan. However, for those who want to feel the real charm of Russian roads, there is opportunity to arrive to Kazan by railway and different another transport cities. Also, I would like to mention that our city stands on the Great Russia River, the Volga. Of course, the presence of such a large river gives the city an advantage for the development for not only tourism, river tourism, but also cruise tourism too. All these conditions have an extremely favorable effect on the scale of the touristic flow, and which allows us to apply broadly the world industry. Last year, the capital of Tatarstan was visited by 3,600,000 tourists. Our republic, and in particular our city, is interested in the growing of tourist flow, and this direction has been identified as one of the priorities for our development. It should also be noted that Kazan traditionally takes leading positions in a wide variety of rankings. The most tasted regional cuisine, the best place for business tourism in Russia, the best million-plus city for hospitality industry. Today, Kazan is the third capital of Russia. Major international events influence the development of the entire urban infrastructure, including tourism, and the Kazan event calendar is scheduled for years to come. So, during point was 2013 when Kazan hosted the World Summer Universiade, then the World Aquatic Championships, Confederations Cup, FIFA World Cup Russia, and World Skills Competition. So many international events were influenced on the touristic law in our city. The list of Kazan hotel includes such world brands as Ibis, Double, Tree by Hilton, Ramada, Marriott, and many others. We have five-star ones. It's about 5 hotels in Kazan, and they are equipped by very contemporary acquaintances. Especially for the needs of Muslim guests, we have big number of hotels in Kazan that meet halal-friendly standards. Here, the guests will be able to use the prayer rooms and to enjoy the halal menu. Kazan is often chosen as a venue for big corporate events, seminars, conferences, professional congresses, and many others. We have very convenient Kazan Expo International Exhibition Center, was built especially for the world skills competitions. The food sector is presented the city by a huge number of restaurants, offering their guests many different cuisine destinations like European, Asian, Eastern, Indian, and Mediterranean cuisines. At the beginning of 2021, Kazan became the gastronomic capital of Russia. For the theater fans, our city is ready to offer modern performances in Tatar language with interpretation to English, of course, classical opera and ballets. Every year, Kazan holds a large number of international festivals. Of course, the most popular of them Rudolf Nureyev Classical Ballet Festival and the Fyodor Shaliapin International Opera Festival. The Kazan Circus is located on the main city square of the Millennium, opposite the Kazan Kremlin. The history of the circus in Kazan has more than 100 years. Kazan Zoo Botanical Garden is the oldest zoo in Russia and one of the oldest zoo gardens in Europe. As already mentioned, representatives of various confessions have so existed in our city for several centuries. And most importantly, they live in peace and harmony. This is even reflected in the fact that Kul Sharif Mosque, the main cathedral mosque of Tatarstan and Kazan, and the Annunciation Cathedral, the oldest surviving monuments of Orthodox history and culture in Kazan, rise side by side in the Kazan Kremlin. Kazan constantly improves its parks, garden squares, and public spaces. We have the largest extreme park in Russia. There is a picture of this park. Large and well-equipped hospitals and medical centers, sanatoriums help to maintain the health of inhabitants in our city and republic. And the quality of services provided there is the same as in Moscow and St. Petersburg. Historically, Kazan has been one of the major scientific centers in Russia. The Kazan Federal University is one of the oldest higher education institutions in Russia. Our city is also active on international area. There are foreign diplomatic, trade and cultural representative offices in the city. Kazan is a part of the United Cities and Local Governments, Organization of World Heritage Cities and the League of Historical Cities. According to numerous reviews, our cities becomes a source of positive emotions and impressions for our tourists. One of the tools for generation such motions in the participation of guests in mass events. Since 2018, Kazan has been holding Kış Dakar Fest, a hot winter festival. Night Weather Fest is night excursion in the Kazan. The traditional and main Republic gastronomic event is the delicious Kazan Festival. Of course, Kazan will be happy to offer you interesting guided tours from standard walking tours to river, bicycle, and interactive ones. And we have the retro tram follows the road passing by the historical center of the capital of Tatarstan from the railway station to the river station and back. The Republic of Tatarstan is owner for 4 UNESCO heritage sites. There is Kremlin, Bulgar architectural and historical complexes also located in Tatarstan. We have the one Suyarsk. And of course, the first one is Kazan Observatory, opened in 1901. It's a unique example of architecture of special time. However, our ties with UNESCO don't end there, and we are UNESCO created cities at the City of Music. And to sum up, I would love to believe that the capital of Tatarstan will leave you with the most positive impressions. And the wise men say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Follow this tip and come to visit Kazan. I also take this opportunity to ask you to use this QR code and slide to subscribe to our Telegram channel. Thank you for your attention. Dikkatiniz için teşekkür ederim. And there is some video.
Thank you very much, Darya. Really, you see how much different products in one city are, really beautiful insights. And I see also from your presentation that before the pandemic in 2019, oh, sorry.
Thank you.
So again, to repeat, that video just showcased what I wanted to say. A lot of beautiful products and sites in Kazan. And as said, we see that in your presentation, in 2022, you reached the 3.6 number, which was more than in 2019, which shows that the tourism industry is coming not just back, it is again back. So next we have Ms. Marıja Labovic, Serbia, from the Serbia Tourism Board, CEO at the National Tourism Organization of Serbia. telling us a little bit about what the tourism board is doing in Serbia.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It is my pleasure to be here today with you to present you Serbia as tourism destination, because it's very important for us to be always present in the Turkey market. Just as an introduction, I have to say that we are one of the countries that are visa-free for travelers coming from Turkey. And we also have a great connectivity between Serbia and Turkey, connecting 3 airports in Serbia with 3 cities in Turkey: Istanbul, Ankara, and Izmir. So we are very well connected and visa-free, which are 2 main prerequisites for having more and more travelers coming between our countries. Also, it is very important for me in the beginning to say that Serbia is recovering very well after the pandemic crisis, and in that sense, last year was the new record year for Serbian tourism. We not only managed to gain the results from 2019, but we managed to overcome them, and in that sense, last year we had 20% more of overnight stays of international travelers than in the pandemic year, and for the first 8 months of this year, we have an additional increase of 18% in overnight stays of international travelers. And according to the European Travel Commission's report that they made last month, 4 countries are leaders in recovery after the pandemic. First of those, regarding the percentage of increase, is Serbia, then Bulgaria, then Montenegro, and Turkey. So 4 of us are among those of European countries that managed to recover. I don't know why we don't have the presentation still. I was doing it. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I will be brief in the presentation, because after the presentation we will have the movie, and movie is always better than pictures and talking. Those are the main tourism products that Serbia has. Cities full of energy as a city break destination, because international travelers are mostly interested in our capital city of Belgrade, which generates more than 55% of all overnight stays of international travelers who come to Serbia. It is on the confluence of the Sava and the Danube River. It is the combination of historical and modern. It is the combination of cultures, and it's multicultural, multi-confessional, and always welcoming to all the travelers. Also, the second largest city in Serbia is Novi Sad. Last year it was the European capital of culture, completely different influence of architecture, but very interesting for international travelers who come to Serbia. And I have to say that travelers who come from Turkey mostly love Belgrade and Novi Sad to visit during their visit to Serbia. But that doesn't mean that they shouldn't go further to Serbia. So the third largest city in Serbia is Niš, and Niš has the airport and the direct connectivity with Istanbul, which is also very important to know for all of you. When we talk about Serbia, we have to talk about Danube, because Danube is connecting 10 countries in Europe, and in Serbia it is 588 kilometers long, and it is the cradle of the European civilization, because we have the historical sites from the prehistorical period to the traces of Roman presence, and numerous fortresses that we have all the way through Danube. Also, Danube is connecting 2 larger cities in Serbia, Belgrade and Novi Sad, that were mentioned. Also, on the river banks of Danube, we have 2 national parks that are the protected natural areas. So for all of those who are interested in active vacation, because more and more travelers are in search exactly for the active vacation and nature-based vacations. Danube and the riverbanks of Danube with the national parks are the place to be for this type of activity. And of course, the exciting nature, because nature is definitely the tourism product that travelers are searching for. We are the all-year-round destination. As I mentioned, we have 4 national parks. One of those is also Kopaonik, which is also the ski resort. Very interesting for travelers coming from Turkey, because I have to also stress out that we had the opportunity to hear from the previous panels how important for how much tourism industry is struggling, and how much travelers are more and more searching for the greater value for money. Serbia and Serbian ski resorts are exactly those for the international travelers who come to Serbia. Oops, here. But also we have Zlatibor as a mountain for the whole year as a vacation, and also, oops, sorry, because this picture is really nice, I have to go back. Okay, I can't, sorry. And when we talk about Serbia, we have to talk about our cultural mosaic, because we have numerous UNESCO heritage sites, which are always placed to be for the international travelers who come to Serbia. Also numerous museums, galleries, and archaeological sites that are always very interested for the international travelers who come to Serbia. Fortresses that are representing the medieval period of Serbia and all the turbulent times that we went through during our history. So our richness in history and culture is usually #1 reason why travelers are deciding to come to Serbia, according to the questionnaires that we conducted with international travelers. And of course, because this event was primary event towards the M.I.C.E., we have to mention that we are the meeting point of the business excellence as well, because for the last 10 years, we are among top 50 according to ICA standards for the organization of international conventions and other professional happenings that are organized yearly or every second year. So in that sense, I need to mention that nowadays, Serbia is a country that has almost all international brand hotels present in Serbia, not only in Belgrade, but outside Belgrade as well. We will have fully renewed Sava Center. It's the convention center in Belgrade that will be fully open this November, totally renovated. And also I have to say that we are proud to announce that we are the hosts for the Specialized Expo 2027, World Expo, which is very important for us to mention at this moment, because that Serbia will be, and Belgrade as its capital, will be the center of the world during those 3 months in 2027. So this was, in short, about our tourism products. We welcome you to Serbia, because you have to come to see, to experience, to be sure how you're going to present it to the future travelers. So welcome to Serbia. We are excited to see you in Serbia. Something I didn't mention during the presentation, and sorry, I will add it up right now, is the gastronomy as well, because a colleague from Kazan showed us the beauty of their cuisine. Serbia is also very well known for its gastronomy, and for the 4th year now, we are also listed at Michelin Gastronomic Guide, and also at the Gomio Gastronomic Guide. But what is more important for us than being in the guides is the fact that international travelers and the domestic ones, when they're talking about Serbia, 3 things are those that stand out, and that is the hospitality of our people, welcoming all the guests, the richness of history and culture that we are offering and proudly presenting, and the gastronomy. So please welcome to Serbia and enjoy in Serbia, experience Serbia. And we'll talk much more later. And now you will see a short movie about Serbia. Thank you so much.
Unspoiled nature awakens special moments. It teaches us how to stop time and how, from the ordinary and everyday, hard work can create art. The old village of Sirogoyno faithfully preserves the way of life of a people living in harmony with nature. The peace of forests is broken only by birdsong, and the majestic vista from the heights gives a feeling of freedom. The Shargan 8 train will guide us through secluded stretches, but also through time. The food of yesteryear had a special taste, a taste that has been preserved to this day. Roving deeper into the past, we come upon the remains of civilizations thousands of years old. Eastern Serbia is rich in archaeological treasures, where mammoth fossil remains and the ancient Lepenski culture can be discovered. Centuries-old castles and fortresses proudly safeguard history. The Middle Ages forged the cradle of modern Serbia, proudly witnessed by the monasteries. We keep the tradition with a care and love that can be felt by all the senses. Indigenous varieties of grapes will satisfy even the most demanding lovers of wine. Descending further into the depths of Serbia, we learn about nature's patience through the adornments it has been forming for millions of years. The idyllic scenes of the mountain massif rising in South Serbia leave breathless even those who would sleep through the winter. On the Vojvodina plain, we stumble upon a rare jewel, the world's largest collection of terracotta sculptures. For centuries, the spirit of Serbia has been enriching itself where east and west cross paths. Along the river, you can savor the beauty of a summer breeze. Thrilling biking paths weave an experience never to be forgotten. Serbia boasts cities that have the true spirit of the metropolis. Belgrade is a city that never sleeps. A city that keeps testimony to Nikola Tesla, who has indebted the whole of humankind. A city that generates a vibrant cultural scene and preserves a rich cultural heritage. The eclectic architecture, old and new, charms and inspires people from all over the world. We conjure an open and diverse culture where every voice is welcome. Serbia is the land of your friends, the land in which some wishes come true and others are yet made.
Thank you very much, Maria. Again, we see a lot of different tourism products, a lot of nature I see in Serbia, and congratulations for the specialized expo, World Expo in 2027. I'm sure it will be great, and it will be a key point for Belgrade to be in the eye of the world for the expo. Already, I'm sure it will be a great success. Again, in Serbia, we see that the new numbers of this year has overcome the pandemic numbers and reached the numbers of 2009 and overcome them as well, which is great as a general tourism aspect for all countries going into the future years. So next on our last but not least, we have Leanne Singer, who is from the Cape Town Tourism board member of the Cape Town Tourism Board, also joining us with a presentation.
Thank you. I'm slightly disadvantaged because I have a fan club. We have a lot of South Africans in the audience, so that's why I've got great support in the audience. Thank you. We're going to start off by watching our video first. I'm doing things different around. Thank you.
We often hear that when you come to the Western Cape, something changes within you.
When I arrived in South Africa almost 5 years ago, I felt a freedom that I'd never really felt before.
If you love food and if you love wine, there are not a lot of places in the world where you can have that diversity.
The combination of the mountain, of the sea, just that feeling of pure joy and happiness that made me come back.
Surfing does something magical to me.
I feel differently. I just can really enjoy and be in the moment.
One more.
To see the world, to get out from behind walls, to draw closer, to find freedom. That is the meaning of life. The beginning. Freedom awaits.
Firstly, I'd like to say thank you very much for hosting us at the Istanbul Tourism Fair. And it's incredible the industry that we work in. How lucky are we to work in tourism, where we get to sell all these beautiful experiences, and we get to sell food and experiences and wine and culture and stories. That's what being in this industry is about. I wear many different hats. I'm a business owner in the tourism industry in South Africa. I also sit on the board of Cape Town Tourism, and I represent the hospitality industry in Cape Town. And I think what I'd like to achieve this morning is just to tell you how amazing our city is. And the videos that we showed you gave you a small glimpse of what you will experience when you visit South Africa. But there are other reasons to visit Cape Town and to visit South Africa. And that is what we can never capture in a video. And that is the essence of the people who you will meet when you come to South Africa and when you come to Cape Town. Our country has a less than stellar past. Everybody knows where we've come from in terms of the growth that our country's gone to and where we are today. And our country is an example of how different cultures have come together despite the tumultuous past that we've had. And that is what you will experience when you visit Cape Town. We have a word in our country called Ubuntu, which is I am because you are. And our big claim to fame was recently Tom Cruise won a movie award, and he used the word Ubuntu when he accepted his award, because that's what he experienced when he visited Cape Town. For us, our Cape Town tourism industry is built on sustainability, inclusivity, and accessibility. So what do those things mean? When we say sustainability, we want to make sure that our city, when you visit us, you leave it in as good or better condition. And sustainability is not just about the environment. Environment is very, very important, but for us, it's about our people. Our country has a massive unemployment rate, and we believe, as tourism representatives, that the quickest way to save our economy and change our unemployment statistics is through the tourism industry and job creation in the tourism industry. So when we talk about sustainability, it's how are we empowering people running businesses? When we spend our money, let's spend our money wisely when we visit our destinations and invest in those economies. We like to speak about local economic empowerment. So when you come and visit our country, when you come and visit our city, support the small businesses that you see. And it makes such a massive difference to the woman running that business that possibly buys school fees for her daughter for the next term in our country. When we talk about inclusivity, our country we have Pride Week every year when we talk about inclusivity. So regardless of your gender orientation, your sexual orientation, regardless of your religious orientation, our country is open and welcome to everybody. And it is something that our mayor of our city prides himself on, is the fact that we are a completely inclusive city and country. And then when we talk about accessibility, we need to make sure that however abled your body is, however abled your mind is, that you are able to experience our city. If I am somebody who is bound to a wheelchair, can I visit Cape Town? If I'm partially sighted, can I visit Cape Town? And we have gone out on a mission in September, which was Tourism Month in our country, to make sure that we make all our top tourist destinations accessible regardless of what your level is in terms of your physical ability. There are other reasons to visit our city as well. I mean, we've all seen the food videos, and we can really have a competition in terms of who does the best food and who does the best wine. Obviously, the South Africans are going to say ours is as good as the rest, but we pride ourselves on the gastronomic experiences you will have. We have various wine regions in the Cape. We are known for our food, and if you are a meat eater, great meat in South Africa. We have organic beef, we have organic lamb, and people are known, around the world, we're known for the fantastic meat that we have, paired with some fantastic red wines. It's an awesome experience. We then have our beautiful scenic nature. Everybody knows Table Mountain. Table Mountain is one of the 7 wonders of the world, and it is a must-see when you come as a tourist. And if you are fit and strong, you can run up and down the mountain. If you want to take it easy because you've had too much wine at the waterfront, you can take the vernacular up and down when you visit Table Mountain. when we talk about nature, we have the largest penguin colony, wild penguin colony in the world. It's at the world famous Boulders Beach, which is on the southern part of Cape Town. There have been documentaries made on the penguins at Boulders Beach, which really is a visit. It's next to a naval town called Simonstown. We're also known for the whale season along the coast, where we have the incredible whale season, which is a massive, massive market for the areas that are outside of Cape Town, smaller towns and communities along the region called the Overberg, where these towns rely heavily on tourism, and therefore something like whale season is a massive attraction. And can you imagine bringing your guests to a country where they can one day wake up and be in the city of Cape Town, visiting beautiful restaurants, art galleries, museums. The next morning they wake up in the winelands, in the middle of the vineyards, and the next morning they wake up in Hermanus where they're seeing whales. And this is the beauty of Cape Town. Yesterday when I did my meetings, I did a small survey. Who's been to South Africa, who hasn't been to South Africa? And Events Magic, Umut, he said independently, he can verify, he said Cape Town was one of the best cities he has ever visited. So don't take it from me, who's trying to sell South Africa, take it from one of your local supporters. Thank you very much. We appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Leanne. Again, a total different destination with lots of action, a lot of feeling, a lot of beautiful sights, a lot of good food. We had a short conversation with Leanne before about biltong in Cape Town. So all three countries have, of course, their own strong sides. There's things which are different in every country, and I see how every country is promoting it a little bit different. So here, one topic and one important point I want to shortly touch base on is the point of sustainability as a question, as a one important question, because it's also a red line which goes through the industry at the moment. As we also listened yesterday through the sessions, sustainability is here. Who is doing what, and how do you feel the impact? As you know, Turkey has also the agreement with GSTC as a sustainable tourism certification program, as one of the first worldwide, first national program. So I wanted to ask if you are doing something in your regions, in your cities, in terms of sustainability and how to project that in the tourism industry.
I'm just so sorry. We just need the answer with 2 sentences. We have to be quicker. Okay. We finished our time. Thank you so much. Thank you.
If you don't mind, I can start?
Yes, sure.
I think tourism is very important sphere of every city. We have cultural, we have gastronomic, architectural potential, but I think at first we should provide for citizens comfortable conditions, and of course we should provide our dear guests by loyalty.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Well, as you said, the sustainability is the hot topic, and I have to remind everybody that it is affecting more and more traveling industry, and it will be affecting it more and more. Only if we drag the parallel and conclude that this was the hottest year ever from the moment that the temperature was measuring, is showing us where we came, and that means that when tourism is concerned, we have 2 sides. One side is how much we are polluting and how much we are affecting it negatively, but also on the other side, how much we are affecting it positively in sense of investing in people, more and more paying attention towards how tourism is affecting the local people. That's something that in Serbia we are doing currently. We even conducted one survey related to the perception of local people on the destinations, how they perceive that tourism is affecting their lives, trying to include them in the processes of decision making, of planning the activities in tourism, the infrastructural projects that we have on the destinations where they live in, how we are going to promote those. So it's not that we as National Tourism Organization are just conducting the campaigns towards the international travelers and towards the domestic travelers, but we strongly began to educate the local people and to have the campaigns toward the people who live in the destinations. How can they be included and how can they profit out of tourism in their destination? So we believe that when sustainability is concerned, people should be on the first place, and then the rest, because we heard how much we struggle with the working force and with people in our industry.
That's right, that's right.
I think as a business owner, we should have a conscience. We should think of ESG in everything that we do. And I think it's very important to change the perception. Certainly in my country, the perception is that it is expensive to build a sustainable property. It is expensive to transform, retrofit my property if I already have a built environment. So I think it's very important to focus on the communication around what are the long-term benefits in terms of building a sustainable business and how it will ultimately commercially as a business owner impact, because it is more profitable at the end of the day.
That's right. So thank you very much. There was a lot of insight. We were a little bit short on time, but I think the important point on the aspect of sustainability and what all the three countries are doing gave us an insight in the tourism industry and the different countries and how they are approaching tourism now after 2022 and 2023. Thank you very much again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. While you're talking, I just thought that if I have been in Cape Town or Kazan, I have not that kind of experience, but I have one time in Serbia for the European Championship for volleyball. I'm an ex-national volleyball player, so I came for the European Championship. So I visited Serbia, but I missed Cape Town and Kazan. Yes. Buyurun.